Okay, we're back. Sorry. Had to make sure my sound and everything was working, as it didn't for my last video, as you know, as you're awares. I'm just trying to think everything that I've ever done, making sure that I undo it. Which reminds me, of more that I've done. So today, I don't know how long we'll be doing this today. This may come out in one huge video. I haven't decided how I want to do it, but not there. I will not be undoing some of the things that I've done for people, such as like things that they've asked me to help them build, or like Christmas presents, things like that. I'm just not. I'm not here to ruin things for people. I'm just making it look like I was never here. Here we are. Oh man, glorious diamond armor. Don't need it. Although I guess I should place a sign here. Or at least place the chest back. I think I'll place the chest back, not the sign. Is there anything I can get rid of? Don't need those. Alright. And get rid of. There we go. Drop this and drop that. Don't need that anymore. Alright, well, I was never here. I don't know what the hell this is all about, but I never once created this. This doesn't exist. It's gonna leave a giant hole, but it's not my problem. Oh, this is the stuff that I dug. Maybe I can fill it back in. Don't need that. Can I actually do this thing? If I could actually do this thing, it would make it much easier. Let's do this. Any of that. Don't need this. Getting over there and getting rid of those is gonna be fun. All right. Might as well. Dang it. I'm a dummy. Dangerous hole. if 8 blocks will be enough to get me up there. Apparently it will. Alright. Let's drop this and this and this. I might actually need these blocks at some point, so I wish this thing had more usefulness on it, but I won't need it later anyway, so who cares? Right? Right? How am I gonna get up there? Oh, my phone's going off. A Steam item on your wish list is for sale. Squad. What's up, pig? So, how are you guys doing today? I had a long day at work today. Getting some projects done. Took a bit longer than I would have liked, but I'm home now, and that is a good feeling. Nice to be done with work. Tomorrow is Friday, so I will be working from home tomorrow, which is always nice. Don't have to deal with, usually end up getting more done when I work from home. If I have a big project or something to work on, I can usually knock it out without any issue. What are these? Oh, those are there for, yeah. Oh, it just dropped my obsidian. Whatever. I can usually get it knocked out pretty quickly, pretty easily, without any hassle if I'm working from home, because I don't have to deal with people asking me questions. Not that I don't mind. Like, it's my job to answer people's questions. But at the same time, it's my job to get things done, and I can't get those things done if people are always asking me questions. So it's kind of a paradox. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Let's get rid of this. I think I can get rid of the rest of that while I'm up there, or when I go up there. I think I will probably try to fill this thing in, just because, at least make it flat. I want to get this stuff up here while I'm thinking about it. I'm stuck here for now. Oh, dang it. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. So yeah, sorry. I think last time we were talking. Oh no, you haven't seen that yet, so never mind. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I have planned coming up. Well, I guess I want to talk about a couple of things. I'm planning to go to, as of right now, and this is not set in stone, so like it's not 100%, but I've got quite a bit of money saved up, and I plan on going to the UK this not this year, but it's November now, so August of next year is when I plan on going. I want to be there for Insomnia. I considered going earlier, but there's just no way I could swing it. I don't have enough money saved up. There's just no way that I could financially swing it. So, I have to go without, I guess. Which is what it is. I'll just go next year, or in the fall, I mean. Which is cool. I'm really looking forward to it. I talked to a what are they called? Travel agency, and we've worked out a few things. I'm a little nervous about it. I'm a little nervous about like the idea that I'm going somewhere where I don't really. I mean, I hope to be meeting. I've already talked to like a couple of people about this. I hope to be meeting some of you at Insomnia, obviously, because I'll be going. But I'm really nervous about the culture shock. I mean, I am born and bred in the U.S. of A, and I act like it, unfortunately. You could say. I don't think it's unfortunate, but I understand. There's a reason that Americans have a stereotype. It's not just a stereotype. There's a reason stereotypes exist. It's because they have been put there because of people's actions and are usually correct, whether you want to admit it or not. So, anyways, yeah, I'm planning to go to Insomnia next August. And like I said, I'm very nervous about it, but I'm so excited at the same time. It's taken me a long time to save up the money for it, which I'm not even there yet. So it's like it's taken me a long time, and I still have a ways to go. So I know that's not a shovel. It's my first big trip outside of the U.S. I've been I've been to Canada, but Canada's not a real country, so. And it'll be interesting. I really look forward to meeting some of you. So. This is don't need this. Where's my shovel at? See, I thought about leaving this hole here in case somebody wanted to build here, but I think I'm just going to fill it up. That way, whatever wants to be done with it can be done with it, and I don't have to worry about it. If somebody wants to build on top of it, they can. If they want to build into it, they can just dig it out again. It's easy as pie. So yeah. I had my flight planned for out there already, because that was something that I could actually do well in advance and not worry about changing my mind. I have to get there. I have to get back. That's done. But my ticket was quite a bit. It was expensive, obviously, but it was actually less than what I expected it to be. So that's nice. I don't have to worry about that being more money than I had expected, which is good. It's a good feeling, especially knowing that I've got the money saved up already for it. I don't have to fret about that as much. I still don't have, like I said, I still have to fret about saving money for the trip, but not for getting there. I can get there easily. So things that I want to do while I'm over there, to be honest, I don't really care about doing the, like, I'll be flying into Birmingham, so I won't be seeing London until, I will be going to London eventually, but I won't be seeing London until, hey, look, my secret room is still here. Wow, I didn't realize this thing was here. So touch, yeah, it is. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, maybe I should fill this with stone instead. Stone's easier to dig out if you have a, well, not really. Sandstone's easier to dig out, I guess, if you have a beacon. But London, I don't really, I want to see Big Ben, I want to see Buckingham Palace, but, like, I don't really care about the rest. And from what I've heard, I can pretty much see those two things from the top of a double-decker. So what do I really care about the rest? Like, it's totally tourist to the extreme, but at the same time, it's, I mean, I am a tourist. Stereotypes exist for a reason. And I will be, so from there, right now, the way I have it planned is, I have it planned to go to Edinburgh. Sorry, I have trouble pronouncing it because, you know, I don't speak funny. Edinburgh. Oh, hold on. All right, I'm back. Sorry. I had a visitor. But anyways, I don't remember what I was saying. I'm sure whatever it was totally unimportant. Oh, but sorry, my trip. Edinburgh. I don't know how to pronounce it. Edinburgh, whatever. Like, there's an extra pronunciation. There's an extra syllable there, even though it's not there in the word, which is really stupid to me. But whatever. Anyways, I go to I go to there, the E-Town. We'll call it E-Town for now. Then I go to all kinds of places. Larne? Is it Larne? Larne? Larna? I don't know what it is. Dublin, and then a bunch of other places. All kinds of places. Places that are all over the place. All the places. We've got all the places. What am I, Donald Trump right now? Seriously. Alright, let's get rid of these. And sure, let's use these. Whatever. Who cares? And just fill this bad boy up. It doesn't really matter what it's filled with, as long as it's filled with sand at the top. Just because that's what people will see. So I'll just fill this in, and can I do this? Fill this in, and let's see, what's next? What's next on the list? I believe after this, I have to do my spawn house, because if I have a house at spawn, it would mean that I've been on the server before, and since I don't have the server information, I haven't been on the server anymore. Right? Um, whatever. 8 slamming. What's this? Don't really care about that. Get some of this. Oh, I don't have any inventory space. Well, let's do this. I only need one of those. Don't need that. Don't need that. This. If I've never been on the server, I don't need that stuff anymore. I'm sorry, Oprah. I love you, IRL. Cool. So yeah, I'm nervously excited about next year. After the trip, I will obviously be saving more money to go somewhere else. I'd really love to go to Seattle. I wanna do a PAX, and I've been to Boston before. Boston is probably one of my favorite cities ever. Anywhere, it's just an awesome. I'm a Red Sox fan, and it's just an awesome city. Just an awesome city to be in. It's just, there's so much history there. So yeah, Seattle, PAX Prime, or PAX, I guess it's PAX West or whatever. I don't know what it's called now. I'd love to do that. I have a, well, cousin, not a friend, really, a cousin, also a friend, I guess, who wants to go to PAX, and he wanted to go to PAX Boston, but I insisted that we not go to PAX Boston so that I could see a Red Sox game, because if I'm going to go there, I want to go to Fenway, which was crappy of me, but, you know, it's my money too. He has to deal with it. Get a bunch of this stuff again. Alright, my inventory's full. How many layers do we have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? I think. 7? 7 to 8. Depends. Depends on who you're talking to. Who's giving the answers out. Did you guys ever cheat when you cheat on a test when you were in school? I don't know what made me think of that, but it did. I did. Were you guys good or bad students? I was, oh man, I was a horrible student. When I was in, I was a straight A student until I was in, like, straight A's, no B's, none of that crap. Excuse me, straight A's until I was in 4th grade. I know, it sounded like I was going to say a really long time, but until I was in 4th grade. And what happened in 4th grade was I did not do a science, we have the science fair, and you're supposed to do like a project and show what you learn, make a hypothesis or whatever, theory, and test a hypothesis. I don't know. I'm not good with math or science. I mean, I'm good with math. I'm actually not bad at physics, but chemistry and just the principle of it, I'm not good with that. I'm better at theoretical physics. That was actually my major in college for a while. But that's neither here nor there. When I was in 4th grade, here in the U.S., we only had, well, in 4th grade, we only had one teacher, basically. We had the teacher, she taught us everything except one other focus. Her focus was mathematics. She did not teach us literature or English. we had a different teacher responsible for that. So I think I'm gonna need that stone for this. So we switched teachers for everything but reading. Or, sorry, we had the same teacher for everything but reading, and we had a different teacher for that. But anyways, 4th grade was I was like just a bad kid in 4th grade. I like threatened to beat this kid up for no reason. I was just I was mean. And like I look back and I'm like, man, why did I do that? There's just no need for that crap. I don't know. I guess what we go through makes us who we are, but I was a little jerk is what I was. I was never really like a bully. When I was 5 years old, when I was in kindergarten, did I ride the bus to school in kindergarten? Maybe 1st grade. I think it was kindergarten. My brother is 3 years older than me. And so we rode the same bus together. And I didn't sit with him on the bus. Like, it wasn't... I don't think he ever told me not to. It just kind of happened that I chose not to. And there was this kid who was, like, picking on him. And I was just not okay with that. I'm sorry. I'm telling, like, 3 stories at a time here. When I was really little, like 3 probably, my brother and I used to fight all the time, like fist fight. And my parents, like, they would let it happen for a time, and then they would step in and stop it when it was gone too far. And so they let me and my brother fight for a little while, and then they would step in and stop it whenever they realized that it was getting too serious and he could actually hurt me, because he was 3 years older than me. He was bigger than I was. And so I'm 3 years old, and we're boxing in our underwear on the couch, and I just pop him right in the face, man. I'm a fighter. I'm a very strong-willed person, and if I want something, I will absolutely try to do whatever I can to get it. And unfortunately for my brother, this meant me punching him in the face and him bleeding profusely everywhere, because my parents didn't see it happening. I mean, they saw it happening, but they didn't think it would escalate just like that. It was like 1 minute we're just like play fighting, you know, ha ha ha, we're having fun, and the next it's like, hey, I'm gonna punch you right in the face, you jerk. And I did. But anyways, that was the only time I was ever, like, I never got in a fight other than that at that age, until I was on the bus with my brother. And this kid was bullying him, and I'm not one to sit idly by. If somebody's doing something wrong, I will stand up and I will say, hey, don't do that. That's not nice. And I did that to this kid, and the kid did not listen to me because I'm a kindergartner. Like, he's a 6th grader. Who cares? Excuse me. And so my brother's like not doing too hot because the 6th grader is essentially just picking on him, being extremely rude. And so I go to the back of the bus, and I sit down across from the kid, and I tell him, like, at 5 years old, I'm like, this is how it is. And he just starts laughing, and I'm like, seriously, stop it. And he doesn't stop. And I just start wailing on the kid's balls. Like, I just punched him just repeatedly. It was like freaking Sylvester Stallone training clip right here. I mean, it was a Rocky montage is what it was. I was just going at it, just punching him nonstop. And finally I get stopped, you know, and I get in trouble, but like, It's kind of the kind of trouble that, like, my school bus driver was like, told my parents about it, and my parents are like, even the school bus driver was like, well, he was defending Keith, my brother, and so it's not that big of a deal, but whatever. So anyways, after that fight, I was a good kid all the time. I never did anything bad until the 4th grade, when I was just an awful, awful person. I distinctly remember throwing a kid up against the wall and telling him that he was useless, and this kid was kind of a punk. Like, he was not a kind person to begin with, but like, he didn't need to be told that. I mean, are you kidding me? That was so mean of me. I've seen the kid since then, and I've talked to him, but we've never been friends. We were never, to be honest, even when that happened, we were never really unfriendly to one another after that. It's just we kind of respected each other's boundaries. So I got detention. What did I get detention for? In the 4th grade, I was doing something. I don't remember. I got detention for something. I don't know what it was. I also got suspended, I believe, in the 4th grade for 1 day. Because a kid was picking on me on the bus, and I started beating him up, and he started beating me up, and he was significantly bigger than I was, and I got my butt kicked. But I wasn't having it. Like I said, I don't think people should pick on one another. There's no point in being mean to somebody for no reason. Like, there's a point in debate and argument and trying to prove your point, things like that. Like, whenever there's just not a point to be just mean like kids could be, you know? And I was a kid. I mean, he was a kid too. It's not like he knew better, but whatever. Anyways, so I got in trouble. Let's see, when did I get in trouble next? I don't remember getting in trouble much in any more past that, except a big one. Got in a buttload of trouble when I was in the 8th grade. I was in band, and I was a good kid. Like, I was not a bad kid. And I honestly, to be honest, I don't remember how any of this happened. I just remember the punishment. I remember finding out about it, and I remember the punishment. I don't remember actually doing it, so let that be known beforehand. It's yearbook day. I'm in 8th grade. I'm getting my yearbook, and I'm like looking around class, and I'm like, what's going on? And people are like snickering and kind of looking at me, and I'm like, oh my god, is my picture like, do I have boogers on my face or something? I don't know what I thought I was in 8th grade. Probably not boogers, but I was like, you know how you are when you're that age. You're like self-conscious about yourself, and I was very much like that. And so I was like worried that like I did something that was gonna hurt my reputation, and people weren't gonna think I was cool anymore. That didn't happen. That definitely didn't happen. People thought I was cool, but for the wrong reasons. So I was in band, and we had a jazz ensemble, and I chose to do that because I'm a very musical person. Musically, I used to be musically inclined. That has waned as I've gotten older, just due to the fact that I don't play an instrument anymore. I still own them, but I don't actually play them, which is kind of a waste, but whatever. Need more stone. And so I'm trying to figure out what they're all snickering about, and I look through the yearbook and I find my jazz ensemble picture, and there I am. I would post a picture of it, but like I don't want to have to deal with blurring out everybody else's image, and it's just not worth it to me. If you ever want to know, like, send me a DM on Twitter or something, and I'll send you a screenshot of it or something. But anyways, I don't know what they're trying to do. Something with ocelots. Anyways, there I am sitting in the front row of this picture. I gotta tell the story fast because I have D&D in less than 10 minutes, and I got my bowl cut because that was cool back then, and I understand what they're doing. I'm getting distracted by reading their chat. Sorry. I got my bowl cut, because I'm cool. And I'm sitting on the front row. My hands are on my knees, okay? And my middle fingers, I got fists on my knees, okay? And my middle fingers are down, just pointing straight down. I'm just straight up flipping the yearbook off. I got the hiccups. And I was like, oh, crap. Like, I kind of glance. I sat right next to my homeroom teacher. I kind of glance over to her to see if she's like figured it out yet, and she hadn't at the time. But about 5 minutes later, she gets up and leaves the classroom, and I'm like, well, crap, I'm screwed. That's game. GG. And I end up going, like, the bell rings. I end up going to the next class. I'm like, oh my god, can I actually have made it through this day without getting caught? And, like, let's be honest, though, okay? It's their fault for not catching it. You don't publish the yearbook picture with that in it. Are you kidding me? How stupid can they be to let that happen? I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna fill it up to there. I think I'm just gonna do it to that. How stupid can they be for that to happen? Like, are you kidding me? So, I make it through second period. I don't remember what my periods were then. That's so long ago. I'm 31, so that was like more than a decade ago. I don't remember. And it was like, oh my god, that was more than a decade and a half ago. Holy crap, I'm old. My teacher gets up and leaves homeroom, She comes back before the class is over, but she doesn't really say anything to me. And I'm just like, well, I don't know what that was about. But I get to fourth period, and my fourth period teacher is the art teacher, Mrs. Hostetler, I believe was her name. And she is responsible, the art teacher is responsible, appropriately, for the yearbook. Well, she did not like it one bit. She was mad. Oh my, she was so pissed. And she said, she got mad at me. She said, come with me, we're going to the principal's office. And so I said, okay. Like, I didn't have a choice. I kind of knew it was coming. Like, you can't flip off the yearbook picture and get away with it, can you? And so I'm like, okay. And so I go with her, and oh man, I'm gonna be getting my call here soon. I go to the principal's office, and I knew the secretary I knew the secretary in real life of the principal's office, and my parents knew her. They were really good friends with her. she's like the nicest lady in the world, and she was super nice to me. She wasn't like she never talked down on me like other people did, like other adults did. And she would never have done that. She never did, and that was something I really loved about her. Let's get that. Is there any more sand here? They're trying to call me right now. I gotta decline real quick and finish the story. I think I've got enough. I don't need this stuff anymore. I don't know what I picked up, but it can go away. Oh man, I'm actually just gonna leave a little hole right here because I don't want to have to deal with picking up all of those items. Just assume that they actually despawned, right? That's how you do it, right? So the teacher takes me to the principal's office. I met the nice lady. She was very kind to me, told me to have a seat, and the principal would be with me in a moment. The vice principal walks in. He was a douchebag. He was just like the biggest douche there ever was. And he comes in and kind of looks at me, gives me this smug look like, yeah, I'm not surprised to see you here, you bad kid. And he was right. But still, he was a douchebag. And I sit there, and then I get called into the principal's office. It was Mr. Underwood, I believe was his name. He was a nice old man. He was never... My parents knew him out of school as well. I don't know how they knew him, but I just know that they did. And he was always nice to me, but he never treated me differently, I guess. Never was mean or anything. But he sits me down and he's like, do you realize what has happened? And I talked to my dad about this the other day, and he was like, yeah, I remember doing it. And I was like, I don't remember you being there. I was like 100% sure that it was my mom who was there and not my dad. And so even to this day, I was 100% sure. And he tells my dad what happened, showed him the picture, and my dad, like I said, I don't remember it, but I remember getting in trouble afterwards, and I ended up getting grounded. I was suspended from school for a week. Just like, yeah, you're not allowed to come into school. Any work that is due during that time, you fail. And so that was the beginning of my decline. And oh man, we're not gonna have enough sand for this. So I got suspended. I remember my parents not allowing me to do anything for a week, and it was just an awful thing. But to this day, I still have the yearbook. I look at it every once in a while, just every once in a while, being like, I've looked at it once in the last 10 years, and just kind of reminisce how funny it was, how funny it still is, even though it's an awful thing to have done. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. I don't think I'm gonna have time to finish this in this episode, unfortunately, because I've already missed my phone call, and I don't really want to make them wait much longer than they have to. So I'm gonna try to go grab a drink real quick, and to be honest, when I get back, I think I will just show you this finished, and because there's not a whole lot left to do. It's just me filling the sand in. That's kind of boring, right? Right? Am I right? I just want to, maybe I can get this done real quick. Let's just do this. Look. We're finished. See? We're done. We're done. Now let's torch the place up. Poppy will be super pissed because I'm not doing any kind of torch grid. Screw that noise. I don't have time for that. I gotta get my work on. Anyways, next time you'll see me probably taking down my new spawn house, and what fun that will be, right? What fun that will be. I've talked to a couple people about it. Jack specifically, because he had built a doorbell for me. And I wanted him to know that the house was being destroyed and the doorbell would... Wow, what kind of accent was that? The doorbell would no longer be there. And just let him know so that he wasn't, like, surprised when it suddenly went missing. And he wasn't appalled. But whatever. Alright, we're done. This stuff here in this box is mine as well. Goodbye. Don't need it. Don't need this. Don't need this, this, or this. And we are done here. That is now open for business. Alright, well, I'm going to log out right here, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya!